Well, YouTube, you know, the comments that people leave on things are sometimes pretty funny. On another Vega video, not mine, but another person's, someone was going on and on about how the station-wagon Vega was not a Kammback, and that the Vega with the trunk was the Kammback, and that there were no GT Vegas, and just all this erroneous information. So here is dated January 1973 from Chevrolet, the original Vega sales brochure. Here are the options for the Vega, the models. Read it for yourself. What do you see? You see a notchback coupe, a hatchback coupe, a hatchback GT, a Kammback GT, the Panel Express, the Notchback LX, and the Estate Wagon. What does this say? Kammback GT. What does it show? A station wagon Vega. Here's the plain Kammback station wagon Vega. Here is the Vega with the trunk, the notchback coupe. Open the brochure. Little thing about the Vega, and what does it say? Notchback LX. And what do we see? A trunk. Notchback. Turning the page, we see the hatchback. Turning the page, we see Kammback, the station wagon Vega, the Kammback, named after Wunderbold Kamm, the man who originated the aerodynamics that are featured on the Vega's back end on the station wagon. Has to do with aerodynamics that push the vehicle forward and downward. The Kammback. GT dashboard and steering wheel. It says right here, model options, GT equipment for the hatchback or the Kammback. It gives you a 2-barrel engine, front and rear stabilizer bars, the nice rims, special instrumentation, GT nameplates on the front fenders, GT sport stripes for the hood are available, so and so. He was trying to say that only Asters were GTs. No. Vegas were offered as GTs. That was the nicest, fanciest, well-handling Vega you could buy, was a GT. He was actually trying to convince people that there were no Vega GTs. Introducing the Vega GT. These are original sales ads from Chevrolet. General Motors Overseas Distribution Corporation. Vega, the biggest change in American cars, now has its own big change, the Vega GT. The original ad from 1974. This is the year that we bought a 74 Vega GT. And what does the ad say? The 74 Vega GT. Everybody loves a winner. The GT Vega ad, showing the GT optional stripes, the GT interior, GT wheels, and then telling you about all the goodies that it had, the sway bars, the big wheels, the 2-barrel carburetor. 1975 Vega. Here's another GT Vega. 75 Vega GT Economy Plus. A look that you can handle. And here's another Vega sales manual from 1974. New stuff. There's the GT. There's Suzanne Summers from Three's Company. Believe it or not, she was a model in the Vega catalog. And here we are with the trunk Vega. And what's it called? It's called a notchback. You have the hatchback. Here are the station wagon Vegas. The station wagon Vegas. And what are they called? Kammback. Kammback and Estate. Named after the angled back window. Here, let's read what it says from the original 1974 Vega sales manual. From Chevrolet, America's family station wagon builder, two little honeys. The Kammback wagon, which is built like a Vega, drives like a Vega, and saves money like a Vega. Plus it has that added space behind the back seat. Our fancier wagon, the Kammback Estate, has a neat little woody, custom interior trim, wood grain vinyl exterior panels, wheel covers, blah blah blah. So in conclusion, the Kammback Vega was the station wagon Vega. Kammback and Estate. The GT Vega was the sportier Vega, available in hatchback and Kammback. It came with front and rear sway bars, 13 by 5.5 rims, a custom dashboard. Here's the GT Vega, and GT stands for ride and handling, not just for looks. The GT Vega. Now it is interesting to note that by 1975 they were referring to the station wagon Vega as a wagon. The wagon GT or the estate wagon. So maybe GM got in trouble for using the Kamm name without permission, and they were forced to drop it from their advertising, which would explain this person's confusion. But originally the Vega station wagon was called a Kammback. Yes, here it is. The original 1973 advertisement for it. Incidentally, Kammback is named in honor of a pioneer in automotive aerodynamics, Dr. Wunibald Kamm. Which should tell you something. These Vegas with their wide tread tires, wide stance and low center of gravity ride and handle more like sports cars than station wagons. So there you are, the Kammback Vega.